So the moment we've all been waiting for, Bitcoin has officially tagged $80,000, and the crypto markets are absolutely cooking. If you have a look over here at the Banter bubbles charts and you look on any time frame really that matters within the top 100 coins, it's absolutely flying. Yearly coins up, monthly it's up, weekly it's up, daily it's up, hourly. A couple of coins are red here. These are shorts that are about to get squeezed. I'm going to show you exactly why. Short traders are driving a whole lot of this move. So smash the like button, hit the bell notification, and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. This is one of the fastest growing channels in the world. So my show, Kyledoops Show, been on here for a couple of years now, and we've called the market cycles to absolute perfection. I've invested in hundreds of different crypto projects. You're right here in the right place at the right time, and you're probably wondering, is it too late to enter? That's what we're going to address on today's show. We're entering into the banana zone, as the comments suggest over there. So smash the like button. Let's get straight into it, guys. If you have a look over here, I want to start off just showing you how this has been driven by a massive short squeeze. If you look at the 24-hour rect level over here, we have $318 million worth of liquidity that's been taken in the form of short traders getting taken out of their positions over there. And now you have the long to short ratio flipping in favor of the longs, right, with 51.5% currently long, showing that, of course, this is the start of a trending move. But this is one of the telltale signs that we've been looking at for the last couple of days and weeks, right? Every time we see that it's majority of the market looking for shorts over there and the liquidity has not yet been taken, we know that there's a short squeeze which is about to occur. And you can see over here, look at those shorts building up right now. You can see the yellow lines refer to stop losses in the form of short traders, and that's sitting again at 80,426 and slightly above that at 80,730. So a lot of people, doubting whether this move is really actually taking place and thinking that things may be topping out. So they're trying to jump into short trades over here. And this only tends to drive prices higher, which is why I'm looking for great opportunities within the market. I'm going to share that with you in today's show. There is actually a poll that you can vote on in the comment section. Go to the comment section. Let me know which sector in crypto you think is going to be the best performing. Is it going to be AI meme coins? Is it going to be something else? Let me know in the comment section if your pick is not listed there. It's a lot of excitement in the market. And the craziest part of all of this is that the majority of the retail market participants are only just returning. They haven't actually returned. I have evidence and data to back that, but they're only just starting to return. So a lot to look forward to, guys. Get excited. Smash the like button because we are here to make money. Here's some trades that have just opened up. You can see we have near. This was given yesterday. This is to the private Discord, our whale room members over there. 54% up already, right? So that trade just given yesterday. We have TON also up 21.6%. We have the BTC position up over here 136%. And I just entered into a new one. If you stay to the end, I'm going to give you those coins, the new ones that I've just taken. So stay through right until the end. We'll put it over here as a reminder when we get to that section to bring that up, right? All of the trades have been dropped ahead of time in the whale room private Discord over here. You can see all of them listed. This was yesterday, as well as my total portfolio, right? My entire portfolio has been dropped there. I'm updating it on the regular. For those of you wondering, here's some of the trades, right? That at least that I've taken. This is a trading Discord with a whole lot of at least team members that we have over here, a lot of coaches. If you look at this one over here, this is a trade that Chris took pretty much today, right? Look at that. Well done. 218% up. We have Atom 137% up, and that was also just taken earlier on today at 1:49 p.m. Depending on where in the world you are, that's about 3 or 4 hours ago. We're taking trades there right now, straight after the show. As soon as we finish the show, we're going to go back there and we're going to continue to live trade. Smash the like button, guys. Let's get straight into it. For those of you who want to join into the whale room Discord, there is a Black Friday special running for a couple more days. Sign up, you'll get 42% off. The links are below. Go through to the description below over here. Go through to whale room, sign up over there while the spots are still available, and let's get into it. So what initially drove this move was massive ETF inflows that we saw, which occurred on the 7th of November. These were huge. These were the biggest inflow days that we've ever seen. We had 1.36 billion. That's mostly coming from BlackRock buying Bitcoin up as a spot ETF. That drove prices higher. Typically, this has actually been a counter indicator because most of the price times, if you look at this yellow line, this actually refers to the price, right? If you look at the green bars, this is the huge ETF inflows. And the prior times that we saw it spiking into these regions, above that $1 billion mark, it tends to create a major top within Bitcoin, and Bitcoin then trended down. You can see another big spike up over here. Bitcoin made a major top and then came down. So that many are questioning, is this the same thing that's happening? And this is part of the reason why you have a lot of traders putting in those short positions over there. And the short squeeze is actually taking place, right? Eventually, it starts to get to a point in time where it's no longer a counter indicator and starts to move into a trending indicator, which I think is the most likely outcome right now because we've cleared all major resistance. We are in a trend in motion. We've cleared up an 8-month long range, which we've been consolidating in. And in trading, when you leave an 8-month long range, the longer the range, the longer the chop period that you've been in, the bigger the breakout when it eventually comes. And that's exactly what we're seeing over here. And we've called it to absolute perfection. I want to congratulate every single one of you that have been here since the beginning. We've looked ever since the bottom over here at the FTX lows where we had that negative funding over here. This shows the lack of interest within the market, the pessimism within the market, and the amount of market participants which are looking to go short, meaning they're betting on prices going lower. That prints these big red bars over here. And we did the same thing on the USDC depeg. This is when one of the stable coins depegged against Bitcoin, and every single one of these times has marked a major low. Now, the last significant one that we saw was over here with the yen cash and carry trade unwind. We got a little bit of negative funding, and then we were looking for a huge move off of that low. That was the final buy opportunity on Bitcoin, at least safe buy. Now we need to start to position and look more towards the altcoins because Bitcoin has already run a lot, which means you're running out of steam over here. You're losing opportunity, right? It's a powerful trending move, but you're looking, if you are new here, you're going to be looking to enter into something else that's probably been lagging. And this is typically what brings those altcoin seasons. So I'm going to give you a couple of indicators, a couple of charts that you can look at to confirm whether this is a correct move to be making and moving into the altcoin sector. The good news is that right now, the funding is slowly starting to tick up over here, which means this move is being backed by a lot of traders in the market, right? We can also have a look over here at a simple search term that you can at least look up. Any of you at home can type in on Google Trends to see the area of interest or the amount of interest within Bitcoin. You can compare Bitcoin to crypto. You can even throw things in here like Solana or Ethereum, and you can see in relation to the prior times how much interest is in the market. Well, you can see this blue line is only just turning up, which is for Bitcoin, and below that, the red line is even less of a upslope over there, which means it's still pretty early, right? It's still pretty early, at least for the altcoin sector. So we're going to have a look at some of those positions today. Another bit of evidence that we can look at to see, are you too late to enter into the market, especially the altcoin sector, is looking at the funding rate heat map. Now, when we look at this over here, this is using an assortment of different coins from Bitcoin, ETH, Sol, Dogecoin, XRP, all the way down to Phantom, Audi, Filecoin, and Mooding. These are various different meme coins in the space, coins that have a lot of interest. Well, right now, the funding rates are only starting to turn positive. This shows that new traders are entering into the market and they're only slowly starting to decide to enter new long positions. When it gets to a point where you have critical mass and everybody is long on the market, that's usually where you want to be most careful. This occurred back in March when we compared to the ETF flows, right? If we go through to this one over here, let's just go back up over there, or excuse me, it's this one over here. When we compared to March and we had that massive day of inflows, this is corresponding with this chart on the funding rate heat map where everything was yellow and red, right? Yellow, red, orange, that shows the market is getting very, very heated and you want to start to look to take profits. But if you look at the current price action and what's occurring on the funding rate heat map, it's not showing the same thing, right? Which again shows that this is probably just the start of a massive, massive move. Now, how high could prices go? We'll get into that in just a moment when it comes to some sort of price targets. But I think give or take, you at least have a couple of weeks of upside before you're going to be looking for a local top. And you probably don't want to be shorting or fading this move. You can see retail interest, which is shown by this chart over here. We measure it by looking at the number of YouTube viewers across major channels within the crypto space. And this aggregates everything onto this chart with the white line showing the Bitcoin price. Now, if you look at this over here, you can see when the YouTube views started to spike aggressively, once it put in an all-time high over there, that was just as the market peaked in 2021, and then prices came down. Now, if you look at this time period over here, you can see the YouTube views only as of right now today are starting to tick back towards the upside, showing retail interest is starting to return. The good news is that as each cycle grows bigger and bigger, you would expect more and more YouTubers or more and more YouTube viewers to come into the market. And right now, we're still sitting all the way back here where we were previously within the other cycles, and we expect to completely morph these levels, right? The other thing that we can have a look at over here is the daily exchange volume, and this has been a key metric that we've been hyper-focused on for the last couple of weeks to months. What we've been looking for is for this target to, or at least for this chart to break up into the $50 to $75 billion mark. What this means is new market participants are entering into the market and they're depositing funds onto the exchanges, obviously because they want to buy cryptocurrencies, right? And now we, for the first time, starting to see that trend onwards and upwards and actually break out to new highs that we haven't seen since the last cycle. Now, if we can see continuation of this, and more specifically, if this can break above 75 billion and get into that $100 billion mark, I expect that's where we're going to get into those strong trending moves with the entire altcoin sector. The expectation would be that we should break well beyond that $100 billion mark again, because we believe that the crypto cycles are getting larger and larger and larger, right? So a lot to look forward to over here. First, let's lay the foundation and see, is it safe for you to enter? Where are we within the cycle? And then we can establish which are the top altcoin picks. Well, another thing that we had been looking at over here was the orange line, which is gold. We saw gold break out of a cup and handle formation, which is a bullish chart pattern, and it got absolutely sent to new all-time highs. And we said Bitcoin is probably going to be lagging that. If you look at Bitcoin over here now, Bitcoin is doing exactly the same thing. So this is where the targets I have in mind are coming into play. I said that November is probably going to be a really, really big month. In the historical timeline, we've seen that Q4, more specifically November, is the best performing month for crypto. And you can see we still have 20 days left. The other important thing that you have to remember when it comes to markets is that the market tends to put in the biggest moves and the majority of the gains in a very, very short amount of time. Typically, you can see it occur within 10 to 14 days. You can see the majority of the entire bullish move take place. So now's the time to get ready, to pay attention, to have all your accounts ready so that you can start to execute your plan and get into the market, at least within the right coins before they go parabolic like this. So if we take a ghost chart over here and we have a look at what occurred within the prior cycle from October, November, when we started to break out, this is exactly what it would look like, right? That has an implied move taking Bitcoin up to about $125,000. Now, where's Bitcoin price right now? Well, of course, it's just below $80,000. The first bit of resistance I've taken over here is going to come in at $89,000, so just below 90,000. That is using your 1.618 Fibonacci extension. Thereafter, we have the 2.618 Fibonacci extension at 113,000. And if prices play out like we saw in the prior cycle, you could start to hit those levels as soon as April in 2025, which gives you approximately 6 months of upside potential at least, right? This is comparing to the prior cycles. The base case would be that this crypto cycle runs all the way into October next year, but it all depends on how fast we run up initially, right? It's all about the speed of the move, right? If the speed of the move starts to look like this, then we're going to have to start to look for a shorter cycle that's going to end between March and April. If the move looks like this and we do get pullbacks along the way, then we can start to look towards October of next year. So I'll show you how we've mostly accurately predicted this for the entire cycle in just a moment. Looking at the weekly chart, it's very, very strong. You'll remember that we were using this as a key indicator with the 3 candle closes as a confirmation for the breakout over here, with this candle being 1, 2, and 3. And while a lot of people were getting really bearish based on this candle, calling it a hammer candle or reversal candle, I was telling you that prices are going to expand in a massive way, and it's a huge bull trap. If you're somebody that was here from the beginning, let us know in the comments if you capitalized on the shows and the information provided. It'll be great to hear from you. I've been seeing all the testimonials, at least within Whale Room, with how many of the traders are in profit, right? If we look at the bragging rights section over here, these guys are absolutely printing amazing results over there. So congratulations to all of you. If we look over here, we can see that how much higher could this move go. This is an indicator that I use called the Bollinger Band width percentile. And typically we're looking for periods where it gets overheated like this, right? Where it starts to put in these red lines, red, orange. It starts to show things are getting really, really aggressive. We can cross-correspond that and have a look at this chart over here with the altcoin sector. And when we see those yellows and oranges and reds, we know that probably the move's coming to an end, right? If you look at where we are right now, well, we're nowhere near that, right? Let's go back to current price action. The train has just started to leave the station, right? If you look at Bitcoin, it came off incredibly low volatility over here, and only just recently did the volatility start to expand and move up in a big way. Remember that we have the measured move based off the cup and handle formation, which you take from the bottom of that cup over there. This looks like a cup, that looks like the handle, into the neckline, and you can see it takes it into that $106,000 level as a conservative target. So upside from here on Bitcoin is probably another 34%. But some of the bigger moves are most likely to take place on Ethereum due to the rotational shift, because most of the market participants know and understand that buying into Bitcoin right now is probably going to have limited upside potential. So they're going to shift into the altcoins, things like Ethereum, things like other cryptocurrencies, meme coins, AI, various different sectors, which we'll get into in a bit. So if you look at Ethereum over here, you can see Ethereum has also had a stunning move in recent times. But in relation to the Bitcoin chart over here, it's only just breaking out of its cup and handle formation. And this one has a measured move up to $5,129, which gives you about a 60% move. That's about double the return of what you'd be getting on Bitcoin right now. And the volatility has only recently just started to expand. So there is a lot to look forward to. Now is probably the best time that you can start to prepare your portfolio and get ready for the cycle. There is an opportunity for you if you're somebody that's brand new to the space and you're looking to get into the market. I recommend, if you look at where we're trading, we're taking a lot of these trades on WEEX. This is one of the places I'm taking all of my trades on. You can see over here, we're going to be loading up on leverage long positions, low leverage positions that we can hold as a swing or position trader for the rest of the cycle. Now, the opportunity that you have today is completely risk-free. If you go through to the link in the description below over here and you look for WEEX, which is all the way at the top, and you click on that WEEX link over here, it's going to take you to this page. By simply just signing up and putting in look over here, you just have to put in a phone number and an email address. They'll give you $100 to trade with, right? That is completely risk-free. So $100 to trade with, signing up to WEEX over there. And if you complete the various different tasks listed below, you'll unlock additional income, another $100, $20, $100, $200, $500, and the prizes get bigger and bigger, or the rewards get bigger and bigger. So completely risk-free way to do things. There is also going to be a competition starting in a couple of hours on WEEX, where you can win an assortment of prizes, and we'll actually fly you to South Africa, which is where Crypto Banter's home base is, and you'll be able to spend time with the family over there and the team to trade alongside of them. So use that opportunity while it's still there. Get ready as the market expands, as we can see the volatility only just leaving the station. If we look at total, right, the total cryptocurrency market cap is probably one of the most underrated and important signals that we can look at. And the reason why is because oftentimes in crypto, we see one thing pump and another thing dump, and then another thing pump and something else dumps down, right? But when you have the total cryptocurrency market cap moving up, this is like the tides in the sea. As the tide rises, it lifts all the ships. The fact that the total cryptocurrency market cap is pushing up above this resistance level on the left-hand side over here is a very, very positive sign, and likely shows that everything that we're looking at over here, which is in agreement, is showing you that we're about to move into the parabolic phase of this crypto cycle, which is what everyone has come to know and love as the bull market, right? This is what everybody refers to as the bull market. The reality is that we've been in this bull market for a very long time. We've been in this bull market ever since the lows when there was the FTX collapse, which we accurately identified on this channel due to various different factors like the negative funding over here, due to backwardation in the chart, and due to a falling wedge formation with price starting to break out of that. But the good news is that there is still opportunity and there's still money to be made, because we haven't even taken out the all-time high on the total cryptocurrency market cap. The expectation would be that the total crypto market cap could run as high as $8 to $10 trillion, right? That would bring in approximately another 300% upside potential. And I've even provided timing targets for when you're looking for this to end. Because if you look back at the price cycles, this is what we've historically seen. from the halving cycle to the all-time high has typically been about 546 days, right? If you look at the next one over here, we saw exactly the same thing, 546 days. If you look at this one over here, 546 days, which would take you to October 2025. That's part of the reason. If you look at the cursor running down the screen to the date over here, that's part of the reason why I'm eyeing out that 2025 October time period for a major cycle top. So what should you be doing if you are new to the market? Well, wait for these candles to close over here and confirm the breakout. Stay in the show until the very end. Join into Whale Room as well, because you'll get active trades over there. And then I'll be looking for a couple of opportunities. I'll share one with you, which I took right now this morning. I'm going to share that trade with you as well if you stay till the end. So that's what you're going to be looking for. You can see over here, Bitcoin with the super guppy indicator started to turn green long before the total cryptocurrency market cap turned green. And the total cryptocurrency market cap turned green a couple of weeks before we saw total 3 turn green. Total 3 refers to the altcoin sector. Miners is Bitcoin and a miners Ethereum from the coin market cap sheets, right? That run all the way to the thousands of different coins on the page. And then if we look to the bottom one over here, which is the others, this refers to, and miners is the top 10 coins. So it's looking at the medium to low cap cryptocurrencies. This one is still gray and only just still about to turn green, which shows you you're still early enough. There is still opportunity within the space. You just have to be patient, buy your time, and get ready for the next move. Now, a lot of you all know that we've been hyper-focused on this Wyckoff accumulation schematic for quite some time. In actual fact, if you look back to this show over here that I did when prices were crashing down and everyone was panicking when Bitcoin went under $50,000, I did the show on the 6th of August, if you look at the date over there. And we showcased that roundabout here, you can see if you look at the date, the 3rd of November, we expect that Bitcoin is going to be trading between $74,000 and $80,000. And if you go to the price over here, well, that's exactly where we're at, right? We've met all the criteria for what we need to see in the terms of breaking above the high volume resistance regions. Now you're looking for any pullbacks that occur from this point in time as an opportunity to buy the dip. Now, it becomes more and more difficult as the market pushes higher and higher to time your entries, which is why when you do see that dip, spread your orders through here, right? Spread your orders. So you're going to identify an area of interest like this. I'm going to give you a couple of levels over here. It's probably going to be better on the lower time frames. Now you're building up some liquidity over here, but there's still a lot of shorts in the market that are trying to stop price, and ultimately they're going to get squeezed out. So a couple of areas of interest that I'd be looking at if I weren't in the market and I wanted to gauge what Bitcoin is doing. The reason we gauge what Bitcoin is doing is because as Bitcoin pulls back over here, the altcoins will do the exact same thing. And then you can get your positions into the altcoin sector, right? So if you do get some sort of a surprise flush to the downside, which often happens in these bull runs, you'd be looking for a move into $72,000. But depending on how this candle closes over here, you may not get that lucky, right? Which means that you probably want to start to spread your orders between current prices all the way down to that $72,000 level in a box like this, right? We call this pyramiding into the market. And the way that pyramiding typically works is you want to make your bigger buys as close to the invalidation as possible. And your smaller buys, you want to do higher up. You have to understand, if you start to chase price now, what you're doing is taking on an exorbitant amount of risk. Because where are you wrong on the trade idea? This is where you should always start with your analysis. You're wrong on the trade idea if prices start breaking under $68,000. Which means if you put all of your money in at the top of this triangle over here and price has to go down, it will go down 13-14%, meaning you're losing 14% of all of your money. So the alternative is you buy small amounts over here, and if price starts to pull back into the intended target, you can put bigger and bigger buys into this area, and then you could put your final biggest buys down into that zone. This is the pyramid approach. Remember, if you do join into Whale Room, there's a whole lot of educational data over there and entries that we've put into this spreadsheet where you can go through all of our various different trading strategies so you can learn how to win in the market, right? There is a blog section as well. That's completely free. There's a link in the description below. If you go through to the Whale Crypto Trades newsletter over here, click on that link over there. This will give you access to the blogs, which are entirely free. And that's just to help you guys, right? That's to help you guys. So currently you have a trend in motion, higher highs, higher lows. We've given the levels. The area of interest is still there. So it's the ones I've just outlined between 72,000 and current prices. We're looking at the EMAs, which are very, very powerfully moving towards the upside. You can see this adds additional confidence. If you do happen to get a pullback that comes into 72 to 74, you do have that moving average support. This is the 9 and 18 exponential. And if we look over here on the 4-hour time frame, you can see it lines up in approximately the same place, right? You have your 50 EMA also coming into that zone. So those are the pullback levels that you're waiting for. But based on how USDT dominance is dropping like a rock in water, it's unlikely that you're going to get that. And this is why the breakout is probably real right now, right? You can see over here, we're heading down very, very aggressively. I'll probably get a little bit cautious as the USDT dominance moves down into this 4.25% region. And the reason for that is this, right? If USDT dominance is going down, that means that it's the stablecoin market. The stablecoin market, if the dominance drops, it means that money is flowing out of stablecoins into the market, into the altcoin sector. And consequently, that's exactly why we see the total cryptocurrency market cap moving like that towards the upside, right? So all in all, everything is looking good. It's all going according to plan. And the biggest thing that we have to look at right now, the elephant, the massive, massive pink elephant in the room right now, is the Bitcoin dominance chart. And we actually speculated, if you go into the Whale Room Discord, on the election day, we said, imagine this could be the Bitcoin dominance cycle top, right? And currently that's what it's looking like on the 5th. Exactly on the 5th of November during the elections, as Donald Trump won, you saw the Bitcoin dominance dropping. And part of the reason why is because he has much better policy and guidance when it comes to crypto. And he's looking to establish regulatory clarity for the crypto sphere, whereas the previous campaign that was running under Biden was very, very aggressive against crypto and looking to stop crypto. So the crypto market was uncertain as to what comes next. Markets hate uncertainty. So Donald Trump brought a bit of certainty into the market, and consequently, you're getting what's labeled as a bearish engulfing candle on Bitcoin dominance. This is a very, very good thing for the altcoin sector because Bitcoin dominance has pushed all the way to the exact target that we outlined months ago. Coming into this order block, we said, look for failure on Bitcoin dominance between 60 and 63% into the zone over here. Whilst coming into the top of a rising wedge formation, the rising wedge formations are typically bearish chart patterns over here. So as you pushed into the apex, we're looking for the breakdown. We're currently getting that breakdown. Now, this move down, if it follows my yellow line trajectory over here, would bring a massive, massive altcoin season. And that could be happening right now. So there is a lot of things to look forward to. The other thing that we've been looking at is the ETH BTC chart, which is reaching a major bottoming process over here, doing the inverse of what the Bitcoin dominance is, which is in a rising wedge formation. You have the ETH BTC chart. This measures the strength of Ethereum against Bitcoin into a falling wedge formation, hitting our intended target, which was the 1.618, and you can see it's just starting to move. Now, when I compress this chart and zoom out a little bit, because they say, when in doubt, zoom out, this will showcase, are you too late to join crypto? And the answer is no, right? Are you too late to buy into Bitcoin? Probably. But are you too late for the altcoin sector? Absolutely not. The train is only just leaving the station, and we can see that because we're looking at the top happening right now on Bitcoin dominance. It's not fully confirmed yet, but it's happening right now. The next thing that we're having a look at over here is the bottoming on the ETH BTC chart, and this would actually essentially be getting in early into the crypto market. So I would really encourage any of you that are brand new here, make sure that you jump into Whale Room, take advantage, join into Whale Room. It's going to be a very, very small investment that you're going to make for life-changing gains. We're looking for massive, massive profits still for the rest of the cycle as the ETH BTC chart is looking to break out of this falling wedge over here and head a lot higher. This is going to bring us probably thousands of percents worth of gains, right? So a lot to look forward to over there. Let's have a look at the rest of the altcoin sector. Now, I'm going to give it to you on a silver platter. What is the next chart or the next trade that I took, right? The next trade that I took, we'll bring it over here. It's on WEEX. The next trade that I took is Turbo, right? You can see I've just entered into the position. I'm currently running a $10,000 long position on Turbo. I'm only up 4% because I've just entered into it. And I think that there's much more upside in this trade possible. So we'll have a look at the chart over here. If we go into the meme coin sector, which is part of the polls that I asked you, what do you think performs the best? Is it going to be the meme coin sector AI sector? Is it going to be gaming or is it going to be something else? Please let me know in the comments. I'd love to know your thoughts. Now, it's no secret that we've made life-changing gains already in whale room due to the meme coin sector, and it's no secret that we're going to continue to do exactly the same thing. So going all the way back down over here and looking for Turbo, here's the chart over here. This is what we're looking at, right? This is a healthy chart, a powerful chart, a very, very strong chart. And the reason why is if you look at this over here, you can see this beautiful consolidation, long-term consolidation. Price breaks out, comes perfectly to back test the prior highs. This is exactly what you're looking for. And there it is, right? Putting in its first high, coming back to test that level and looking ready for absolute expansion over here. So I'm even going to give you some intended targets because I know for the new people, you're probably also wondering how high could this chart possibly go? Well, let's take a look at it over here. We'll use some Fibonacci extensions and let's quickly put on the fib level. So there we go. So some potential targets over here. I'm going to at least at first be targeting the 1.618 fib extension as a percentage. That's going to be leading you up about 84% on this turbo chart because I took the trade on WEEX, entered into the competition, available to get some of their sign-up bonuses based on the trading volume metrics and goals that they've set. And secondly, I'm on 5x leverage, which means I'm positioned to do around 400% when price moves up 84% over here because I'm leveraged long, right? Next up, I'm going to be looking for move up to 0.023. That's going to be about 152% move. And then after that, usually I take the majority of my profits over there at about the 3.618 Fibonacci extension, which is 220%. So on this trade over here, I stand to make almost 800 to 1,000% potential profit over there. You can see it's moving right now, 14% up. Turbo is ready to go. It's been one of the top performing meme coins that we've seen within the prior parts of the cycle. So everything is looking good. Again, guys, a reminder, if you do sign up, you can get that $100 right now and you can take that trade immediately by literally just putting in your phone number and email address. But you need to use this link below, right? If you don't use this link, you will not be eligible. You need to use the WEEX link, which is in the description. Click on that and get your sign up bonus over there. It's totally for free. All right, let's get into some of the other altcoins. What are we going to have a look at over here? So I'm going to give it again on a silver platter, some of my top picks for the cycle. Let's go through the list over here. Let's look. Fog is one of the blue chip memes. Remember, the members in whale room got in at the bottom of this line over here, which means you're already up 264%. But even though it's trading at all-time highs, I'm going to continue to hold this. This has got much more legs. I think Fog will make at least $1 billion market cap. And currently it's trading at only a fraction of that $1 billion market cap. So much higher prices are still going to be coming in for Fog. Mog is the other one that I'm looking at as a meme coin. We already established our positions much earlier. It's going through a little bit of a consolidation over here, but I also think this is going to fetch into the billions of dollars worth of market cap, and it's currently only at a fraction of the price, right? Resistance dog is another one that's still pretty low that I'm looking at. And the reason being is because this is a leverage bet on TON, the Telegram coin, right? If Telegram's breaking out, which it is, remember that's part of the trades that we took in whale room. If you look over here, here's the TON trade, right? Currently up 10,000 or currently up, $1,000 on this position. I'm running a $20,100 trade on that. On here, I'm running a $27,000 trade. So you can see there is ample opportunity. And if TON moves towards the upside, resistance dog and resistance cat are also going to move, right? So we have Rika and Rido. Those are the two positions. We have Giga, a little bit of profit taking over here. But remember, whale members took this trade all the way in the yellow zone over here. And we're still up 353%. So that's ones that I'm holding for the long term. Look at this. Foxy putting in an absolutely huge move. I know there's some major announcements coming from Linear in the next couple of days. Keep an eye out on that. The next 72 hours, there'll be some big announcements. I gave this trade on for free on Discord as well a couple of days ago. I think 2 or 3 days ago. You're up 77% despite the little bit of a pullback. Okay, Brett, one of the cycle long positions that I'm looking to hold. Are you too late? I know most of you are probably new here. So the question is, are you too late? The answer is no, right? Brett is still in an opportune zone. I'm looking for big moves on Brett. This is one of my biggest meme coin positions, and 181% is probably going to happen in just the next couple of weeks, right? You're looking for a huge move up over here as the market starts to break out. Understand that there will be a lot of volatility. Have some capital set aside in case there are pullbacks, but at least get something into the market if you're not already in. And the coins that I'm giving you now are still in the zone. Maybe not Giga, maybe not Popcat, which we'll get to in a little bit. But in terms of Turbo, that's one that's in the zone. Brett, that's one that's in the zone. Definitely not a bad option over there. Another one to look at, which is just leaving the station, and I have huge positions open on this, is 𝗓𝗦, right? 𝗓𝗦 breaking out of the falling wedge formation. Falling wedge formations have implied targets at least up to this level over here, which is 0.032. That's going to be a 46% move. Thereafter, you're looking at 85% to get to the top side of the trading range. And then I think this goes into price discovery and breaks out into new all-time high. So great opportunities over there. WIF also still looking good. Not too late to get into this position, in my humble opinion. Ponky, decent. Myro, I have pretty sizable positions on Myro as well. Still early, as you can see, putting in major high lows following the break of the falling wedge over here, or the downtrending line that we have. This downtrend has now been broken. Put in a high, has a low over there, puts in a high low, and you're simply just waiting for this to now start to expand. So looking really good. Bonk, also looking good. Our bags are packed on Bonk. What other ones do we have? Let's see. Popcat still looking good. I think this one's going up a lot. We have 𝗓𝗢𝗓𝗓. We took the trade over here, coming into the 50% level. Very strong, huge move. Maybe a little bit too late to get into that one. 𝗬𝗎𝗓 the bull, not too bad, decent, been respecting this trend line, but probably in terms of the ones that I've given you from looking at this meme coin list over here, I'm going to give it as Myro, 𝗓𝗦, Brett. I'm going to give you 𝗓𝗢𝗪𝗓𝗑. I didn't show you the resistance cat one, but resistance dog and resistance cat, not bad. Mog, maybe for a smaller position over there. And then, of course, Turbo, right? Those are the ones. Those are the options. I'll say it again. I think Turbo's in a decent zone. I think that Mog is okay to allocate a small amount. Resistance dog's in a great zone. I think that Brett is in a great zone to allocate. I think 𝗓𝗦's in a great zone. I think Myro's in a great zone. And those are some of the picks that you can, the choice picks that you can go with, right? We can have a look at a couple of the other sectors over here. We have Akash. This is part of the AI sector. So just zooming out. Okay, also starting to build a bit of momentum, looking decent over there. We have Aether breaking back into the trading range, not looking too bad. This is one that I was kind of tempted to take a position on earlier on today, but I opted for the meme coins instead. This is 𝗥𝗢𝗥 just coming into key support over here. And I do think that this one will start to get moving very soon as well. We have the same thing, GRT. So the graph attempting to break back above this resistance level, not looking too bad. EOS, we got into this a long time ago in the circled area in whale room. If you did take that trade with us again, guys, congratulations. You're up 55%. But the good news is that the real move on EOS network actually starts to occur when you break this down sloping trend line. So all in all, looking good over there. Let's see, what else have we got? Render. Render was one that I actually recently entered into a position, part of the whale room list of positions. If you go through into here and you have a look at some of the coins, these are some of the positions that I added spot into. So there it is. Render, added spot into that position in anticipation of the break of this down sloping trend line. I think this one's mostly bottomed out and it is going to be looking good, right? There's a lot of different picks over here. If you do want the rest of them, you guys know exactly where to find them in the whale room Discord. Okay, FET. Let's have a look at FET. Looking decent over there as well. This is part of my longer term portfolio. Tau, also part of the longer term portfolio. Your invalidation is now going to be those lows at 404. You definitely don't want to see this break below. This one's a very interesting project. If it does start to break above the range highs, which is going to be 687, then this will have implied targets, right? So we can actually measure that level out. The implied targets on this, you'd be looking at a move from here to here. That is about another 113%, right? So drop your altcoin requests, right? Drop your altcoin requests. I'll bring a couple of them up. While we wait for those altcoin requests, I will let you know as well, guys, if you are looking for an education platform that's completely free, right? There is Whale School. Whale School, click on this link over here. It's free, right? You don't have to pay a single cent to join. All that you'll need is an exchange link to be verified, which you can sign up to WEEX and claim your sign-up bonus over there. But you can see in 23 days, we're going to be doing the next cohort. Make sure that you do join in. There is a waiting list, right? As the market breaks out, we can only take a certain number of people. That's totally free. It's my gift to you guys. All right, let's get into it. What do we have? We have Say is a question. Of course, you guys probably want to see Solana. Let's go to Solana over here, up to at 205%. We spoke about this last week. Solana is coming into resistance, but given the rest of the market is breaking out, we're probably looking for an expansive move through here. Who knows? Maybe it goes to 230, 240, 250, and then eventually you're going to put in a pullback, I think, and then this will be the level that you're looking to reload, right? Back into this zone over here, which you can see is a clear level of support. In trading, we look for support resistance flips, right? If you get through resistance, you want to come back and test that at some point as support, which means eventually price will come back to 205 at current levels, and then you're going to reload over there, and you're looking for a move up to almost $300. Another one of the top picks that we've had a look at is, of course, SUI, right? Look at that absolute banger move. We spoke about the final shakeout. Remember, the final shakeout, falling wedge formation, broke out, created a trap scenario by shaking the last players out, breaking below those lows, put in a major reversal candle, and that's where we absolutely aped in, going long over there. And currently on this trade over here, we are up 437%. One of the darling childs of crypto, putting in also a huge cup and handle formation over there. So Injective, also part of the trades that are dropped in whale room yesterday. We gave it down into this region over here. Huge move up over there. It's looking really, really good. Let's check out Say. Also Say looking good over here, expanding. Starting to look like a big ascending triangle that could potentially form. Keep an eye out on that. You got a little bit of resistance at 51 cents. Your major resistance is at 58 cents. If you can break above that major 58 cents resistance, this one should get absolutely sent, right? Aptos looking really good, looking to flip that previous resistance into support. So watch for the break. Maybe it goes as high as 1340. This is the example of how your guys' patience will be rewarded, right? If you break that level, go to 1340, throw back down into this $10 to $11 region, you'll get an opportunity to get into Aptos there. Interesting one, right? Casper. A lot of people got shaken out of this position over here, and now it's just put in an absolutely enormous move. So we gave the intended area of interest, and this is part of why I speak about scaling into positions, right? Layering your orders into the area of interest so that you don't miss out on the move if it does start to run. Good news that it's breaking about 14 cents. I think that this one can go much, much, much higher within this crypto cycle. I'll even give you a realistic target for where this is going to go next based on the massive long-term consolidation and range level over here. This should go at least all the way to 27 cents, putting in another 88% move. So it's one of the blue chip, low risk plays Casper's want to look at. Any pullback that you get on this one's going to be a good one. Put it on your list over there. And then, of course, we have TON, right? We have to look at TON over here since I recently just entered. You can see that long-term trend line that's starting to break over there. This one's starting to cook, right? This one's getting heated, and it could get moving in a big way, right? 685, one area of interest, and thereafter it's going to be $8.12 is going to be the next area of interest, right? So real world assets, let's check those out. Mantra looking decent over there. Let's see if anything else is putting in big moves over here in real world assets. We'll just quickly run through that. Nice move on 𝗕𝗎𝗄. This one's not too bad. I was tempted as well earlier today to possibly put in a trade on Rio. Initially, we got this trade from bottom all the way to top, and we end up closing the profits perfectly. You're getting a throwback into the key support area. Remember the low, higher low, right? Break of structure as well. You broke the structure. You're always looking for a change in the trend, right? From lower lows and lower highs. You break the structure, clear that level, create a higher high. You come back down, start to put in the higher lows, but into key support. And this one could start to get moving, right? So keep an eye out on that. All right, what else? What else, guys? Let me know in the comment section. Drop your chart requests over there. Remember, I do go live Monday to Saturday. And that is going to be, depending on where in the world you are. I'm in Dubai. I live in Dubai. It's going to be 11 a.m. Dubai time. So make sure that you join all the time, because we do call the market very, very well. You can see our traders as well in Whale Room Discord, right? This is Farouk, who's one of our scalpers. He takes quick in and out scalp trades, 321% today on Pepe. And then he has some of his other trades, right? Wow, bro, absolutely insane. 2,458% on Swole. So we do accommodate newbies. If you're somebody that's new and you want to come in, remember there is this list over here. All right, let's take a couple more requests. What else are we looking at? We can have a look at some of the more degen plays. 𝗔𝗦𝗕𝗓's heating up. We have to look at 𝗔𝗦𝗕𝗓, currently at $23 million market cap. Remember, we gave this to the whale room members at $800,000 market cap. Is it too late to get in? Well, the levels that you're looking to clear, you're currently coming into resistance. Let's move it on to the one-day time frame just for some better perspective over here. But you're currently moving into the resistance region. And if you can start to close multiple daily candles above this 24-25 cents region, this one could get going, right? This one could get going. It's been a long-term range, long-term range over here. And 𝗔𝗦𝗕𝗓 is a meme that pretty much reports just like Tucker Carlson, based on Tucker Carlson. So looking really, really decent over there. Let's see if there's anything else that I need to mention over here from this list. Okay, let's just scroll through. What do we have over here? FOG's looking great. We already looked at that. Okay, what else? Let me know in the comments, guys, any low caps that you want to have a look at. Here's a resistance dog. Let's have a look at resistance cat as well. Where's our resistance cat? Let's quickly go to resistance cat there. There it is, recap. So let's see how resistance cat is doing. You can see a very, very low market cap, only 1.66 million. It's been speculated that in this crypto cycle, some of the cat memes may actually outperform the dog memes, and you have resistance cat deviating and breaking back into the trading range. So this is really, if this is something that's going to run, obviously use risk management. If this is something that's going to run, you're looking for it to hold this level and then move up to mid-range and thereafter towards range high, and then hopefully into price discovery. So all of the information is here for your use, right? Remember, join into Whale School. Also, join the Black Friday special on Whale Room, which is where you're going to get the best possible experience. We handhold you through everything over there. It's a group of great traders, amazing community that will take you from zero to hopefully huge profits. This is where we take these trades. This is where we share them live each step of the way, and then also claim your bonus over here on WEEX. Let's leave it at that, guys. I'm going to catch you all on the next one. Thank you so much for joining. I'll see you tomorrow, 11 a.m. Dubai time. Have an absolutely stellar day, and cheers for now.